You get the month.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's session. Please, can you confirm in the chat box that you can hear me? Thank you, Adela. Thank you, Abayomi. Thank you, Hafiz. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Constance. Thank you, Manu. Okay, so I can now confirm that everyone can hear me loud and clear. So good morning once again, everyone. My name is Omotayo Akinwumi. I'm the business project support officer here at Lagos State Development Trust Fund, and we're excited to have you here. And today we'll be speaking about LSETF loans and all you need to know when it comes to LSETF loans, documentation that you need to have, um, the knowledge that you need to have also as to what the LSTF loan is about and how you can have access to it. So I'd like to welcome everyone. I can see someone has their hands raised up, but for all your questions, you can use the Q&A box. We have the Q&A box just at the bottom of your screen. And so you can use the Q&A box, drop your questions there, and we'll be good to go. I can see that we have quite a number of people that are already in attendance. But I would like to crave your indulgence. I'll be launching a poll now. Please would like to hear from you and get your feedback. It's very, very important to us before we start the session proper by 11:05. I'll be launching a poll now. So I've launched the poll. Please kindly fill this poll. Your feedback is very, very important to us. We'd like to um, know, get your feedback, and we're taking a survey as to like a baseline survey concerning this session. So please kindly fill this the link that's been the poll that's been displayed on your screen. Would like to hear from you. I will Alowonle Ibrahim, you are saying you want to know more about business loan. All of this will be covered in today's session. So please do fill the poll. Please, the poll has been launched on your screen. We need your feedback before we start the session proper by 11:05. Please, I can see we have 41 people on the stream on the Zoom platform. So please kindly fill this poll. Your feedback is very important to us. And for those of us that are joining us on our YouTube channel, on our LinkedIn channel, we'll be sharing the link to the QR code to this particular poll. Would like to hear from you also. So please kindly fill this poll. I can see that. Please, can you confirm that you can see the poll? Because I can see that nobody has filled the poll yet. Okay, I can see a lot of people saying they can't see the poll. So I will relaunch the poll so that we can all see the poll. So the poll has been relaunched now. Thank you, promise. Promise. Well, apologies for that, Adela, but the poll has been relaunched. So please, you can please try refilling. Thank you. Okay, I can see a lot of people are still saying that they can't see the poll. Please, I need confirmation. Can you see the poll so that we'll know what exactly we need to do to get you to see the poll, please? I can drop the QR code in the chat box so you can click on that to fill the poll. For those of us that can't seem to see the poll. So good morning once again, everyone. Okay, good morning once again, everyone. So in order to allow for ease of access, I've dropped the link to the poll in the chat box. So for those that can't see the poll, you can easily just click on the link that has been dropped in the chat box so that you can easily um fill the poll. Would like to hear from you. Would like to get your feedback. It's very important to us. Thank you. And for those that are joining us on all our other social media platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, the link will be dropped in the chat box for you to click on and to fill. Thank you very much, everyone. And welcome once again to today's session. My name is Omotayo Akinwumi. I'm the Business and Project Support Officer here at the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. And it's a delight to have you here to learn more about the LSETF loan and our various programs. So, given that we'll be learning about our loan programs today, you will learn a whole lot about the LSETF loans. And one of the things that LSETF aims to do is to assist business owners in Lagos State with a whole lot of programs that would help assist your businesses to help you grow your businesses by supporting you with access to finance, which is what we're talking about today. We also have our business support programs, such as our master classes, our advisory sessions, such as the one that we're having today. We also have our access to market opportunities that we give out to business owners in Lagos State. Are you a Lagos resident? You'd like to have access to these programs? All you need to do is follow us on all our social media platforms at LSETF, that is Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. So please go on, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on X, we are on LinkedIn. So you can go on all of these social media platforms. We are even on YouTube. So for all of the previous sessions that we've had that you probably have missed out on, you can go on YouTube to rewatch them, to relearn, to unlearn some of the things that you think you know. And these are some of the reasons why we bring these sessions to you. So please follow us on all our social media platforms. And for those that will be interested in our access to market opportunities, an opportunity where we give business owners opportunities to exhibit their products at no cost at all. So all you need to do is indicate interest, and then we would let you know if you've qualified to exhibit at the event, and you get the opportunities to bring your goods, your products to exhibit at no cost. So we'll be having an access to market event at Unilag next week, Jaja Hall. So for those that are interested, this has been posted on our social media platforms. Please go there, click on the link, register, and this gives you an opportunity to be in attendance for the fair. So we also have our business registration. So if you know you'll be interested in business registration, there'll soon be a call for applications for those that will be interested in our business registration program. We also have our employability units that deals with um, learning. If you like to acquire a skill or two, be it hairdressing, tailoring, and the likes, this is where our Lagos employability unit comes in. So you have the opportunity, if you're within the ages of 18 to 35, this gives you the opportunity to be able to apply to learn these skills, and they'll be getting back to you. If you are qualified, they'll get back to you and let you know. So thank you very much to all those that have filled our responses so far. We're still waiting for more responses, but thank you so much, everyone, and welcome to today's session. And I have today to take us on LSTF loans today, my colleague, Laulu, and he'll be taking us through everything that we need to know about LSETF loans. Now, I know that a lot of us might have questions. So if you know you have questions, please do look at the bottom of your screen. You would see the Q&A box. Please click on the Q&A box. This is to ensure that we don't miss out on your questions in the chat box. So please, if you have questions, if you have inquiries, please go to the Q&A box, drop your questions, your inquiries there, and they'll be attended to during the Q&A session. So I have here with me Olaoluwa Dubeson, and he is a micro enterprise loan officer at the LSETF. And where he plays a vital role in empowering entrepreneurs and small business owners with access to financial resources with a passion for economic development and community growth. Olaoluwa is committed to making a positive impact in the livelihood of business owners and residents of Lagos State. So please, can we welcome Olaoluwa as he takes us through today's session? Olaoluwa, please, you can have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you, Tayo. Good morning, everyone. My name is Olaoluwa Odubeson. I'm the Micro Enterprise Loan Officer at LSETF. Do I need to turn my camera? Yeah. Just give me a second, please. Okay, good morning, everyone. So my name is Olaoluwa Odubeson. I'm the Micro Enterprise Loan Officer at LSETF. Now I'll be speaking to the loans and the requirements and the challenges people face when they apply and how you can get access to finance through LSETF provided by Lagos State. So let's get into it. A brief introduction. So basically, LSETF was set up in 2016 by Lagos State government to bridge the unemployment gap by creating access to finance or access to microcredit or small loans for residents and business owners whose businesses are operating in Lagos State. And at the moment we have there are three loan products available at Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. They are micro enterprise startup loan, the micro enterprise loan for existing businesses, and the small and medium-sized enterprise loan, which is the SME loans. So the first one I spoke about is the micro enterprise startup loan, which is you can apply for anything from 50,000 to 250,000 naira. The second one is okay, basically let me give you a rundown of the first one. So the startup loan is for people who have done some kind of training in the States by an accredited training center and have gotten their certification and want to go and start up a business with the knowledge they've gained from the training. You can have access to anything from 50,000 to 250,000 to help start the business, and in some cases, you get a moratorium of 1 month before you start repaying, so you can find your feet. The second one is the micro enterprise loan, which is anything from 50,000 to 500,000 naira, available for anybody who has a small business in Lagos State, and the business must already be in existence. And the third one is the small and medium-sized enterprise loan, which is the SME loan for SMEs, and you can access anything from 501,000 naira to 5 million naira. That's the cap. That's the highest loan we have at the fund. Now the requirements are straightforward. The first requirement is the last record. You must be able to prove to us or show proof that you are a resident of Lagos State, and we can only validate that by a last record, which is Lagos State Residence Registration Agency. So you must provide that card or slip during your application. Second most important thing is evidence of tax. So you don't have to have registered to have paid for tax, but you need to have registered. You can do that online on any LIRS website, or you can go visit our liaison offices at almost every local government in the state and our officers, they will assist you with registering on the tax platform to get your payer ID. You don't have to pay the tax initially to apply for the loan, but you must be registered. So that's another requirement. The third requirement will be a debit card, a valid debit card, because during the application process, you must input your debit card details. That is also going to be used for disbursement when we are disbursing to you. So it's very important that that is also provided. Another thing is your BVN number and a passport photograph. BVN number is essential, and passport photograph is, you can take a selfie when you're applying, and if you have a passport, you can also upload that. So that can be substituted. Now, the interest rate is 9% per annum. So basically, across all our loans, it's 9% per annum. It's a single digit loan made available to residents and business owners in Lagos State. I don't know, let me share my screen so you can have an idea of what the requirements are. Sorry. Yes. So these are basically the requirements for all three loan products currently available at the fund. The first one is the MES loan, which is 50,000 to 250,000. Like I said, you need a passport photograph, you need a government issued ID card, which can be the NIN card, the voter's card, the driver's license, or the international passport. Any will suffice. You also need a copy of your last track card or your slip. For the MES, you need a copy of your vocational training certificates in whatever field you've done your training in. You also need your evidence of your payer ID, your evidence of tax registration. Yes, and that's it basically to apply for the MES loan. The second one is the ME loan, where you can access up to 500,000. You need the same things except the vocational training certificate. Also, you need a 6 month bank statement for the ME loan, the 500,000 naira loan. But when you're applying, when you input your card details, your bank automatically sends your statement to us for analysis. So in cases where your statement is not sent, you might be asked to upload a 6 month statement, which is a requirement. You must upload it before we can do assessment and approve. So it's important that when you're applying, either you go to the liaison office or you're doing it by yourself. If you're unable to, if your bank does not send it when you input your card details, you must have a copy, e-copy of your bank statement to upload for the application to be approved. The third one is SME loan, which you can access up to 5 million naira. You also need the same requirements as like I mentioned earlier, but this one you must have registered your business with the CAC for over a year. So basically, you must have CAC documents showing your business was registered for at least a year. For instance, today is the 4th of February. If you're applying today, your CAC must be registered on the 4th or before February, 4th of February last year, 2025, for you to qualify for the LSETF SME loan. Um, the challenges we have in the application process is that, or why people get declined a lot, is that a lot of people found out a lot of people are not truthful about the kind of business they do or the location of their business. For instance, we run what we call KYC, where the business is verified by our or our colleagues, and for instance, if you put in the wrong address and somebody comes to verify your business, whether it exists, and we're unable to find or reach you, like the phone number is not going and the business, we can't find the address, it will get declined. So you must be very careful in the application process to enter the correct details of the location of the business and probably a landmark. For instance, if there's a GTB bank around it or an Access Bank, you can include that in the address to make it make us proximate or to make it easily accessible. Another thing is your credit score or your credit status. So, for instance, if you have a loan with any other financial institution as at the time of applying for the LSETF loan, it is not a problem. But however, you must not have a derogatory or a delinquent loan. If you have a loan where you have not paid your monthly repayments for a month or 2 months, you would have been flagged on the credit bureau, and we will not hear from our end. So you will most likely get declined, or we will request for you to upload a letter of non-indebtedness from the bank. That is basically saying that this applicant has finished paying up his loan. Maybe the credit bureau has not been updated, but you are done paying your loan. That is what will get your approval. But as long if you can't provide that and you have any delinquent or derogatory loan with any financial institution, you will not qualify for the loan. So it's better to have all these, know where you stand before you even apply. You can reach out to any of our liaison officers. Our officers are on ground to help every day of the week, and they can give you more information about the application process, where to avoid any to avoid denial, basically. So two things: make sure you don't have an existing loan, and if you do have an existing loan, it must be performing. You must be paying your monthly installments, and if you are paying your monthly installments, you qualify. Also, make sure the details you input during the application process are clear and visible, basically for us to verify your business. I don't know whether I should take any questions now. Yes, I think.
So thank you so much, Olaoluwa. So please, if for those that have questions, you can put your question in the chat box. Please put your question, sorry, put your question in the Q&A box. This will allow us not miss out on any of your questions. I can see someone has their hand raised. Please do put your question in the Q&A box. I can see 3 questions already. So for those that have questions or inquiries, please do put your question in the Q&A box and it will be attended to. So Olaolu, we have a question here and it says, I have applied for a loan of 100,000 since August 2024. KYC was done, yet I am yet to get a response.
Yes, so I saw that question earlier, and I'll respond to that. Okay, I'll respond to that. So anybody that falls in this category that has applied before and is yet to reach out to us, to check their email, make sure you check your emails, because we send a lot of mails and a lot of people miss them. So some might go to your spam because some of them are automated, but check your emails. But for anybody that types that they've applied in the chat box there and they haven't gotten a response, I'll be checking it after this masterclass. I'll be checking them on. But can you just put in your details, maybe like the phone number you use when applying, so I can check them and reach out to you personally to give you feedback if you didn't get any feedback via your mail or otherwise.
So for those that probably have you've applied, you've not heard anything from us. So please put your phone number and your name in the chat box and your email address, the email address you used in applying for the loan, so that they can get back to you, please. So for those I have another question here that says, good morning and thank you for the session. I would like to know the turnaround time from application to disbursement. I previously tried to access a loan, but it never came through, and I want to apply afresh now.
So at the moment, we're working with, well, all things being equal, around 21 days from approval, from application to disbursement. But you must also play your part, because we found out a lot of times when people apply, some requests might be made from our end. For instance, or maybe you don't upload a selfie or a passport photograph or something, and you are waiting approval, and we send a mail, like a notification, that kindly upload the requested documents, and the applicant does not reply, maybe until we reach out via a phone call, maybe a couple of days or a week after, and they're able to do that. So if you are able to respond to any request we are making from our end, and we are on the other hand are doing our own bit, then it probably will be much less than 21 days. But at the moment, we're working on 21 days from application to disbursement of the loan.
So I believe that answers your question, Jennifer. And we have another question from Libby. And it says, hi, I didn't get the part you mentioned about location place of doing business that some people lie about.
Okay, yeah. So basically, some people have said, let me give you an example. Let's say somebody has said they do their business, their place of business is on number 25 Billions Way, Oregon. And we send somebody to go and verify the place. And apparently, there's no business of such in that location. Maybe the place is 25 Amdullah Street, and they made a mistake. Obviously, I'm trying to reach out to the person, and we're unable to reach the person. We will not be able to verify the business, and the application will get declined. So we are saying that you should pay close attention to detail when you are inputting your bio data of your address, your name, your everything. Pay close attention to it and make sure it's accurate. So when we're doing our own checks from our end, there will be no discrepancies, and we can have a smooth approval process, basically.
Okay, we have another question here that says, what turnover are you expecting to access SME loan?
Well, the turnover we should be expecting to access SME loans should be well over, I can't give you a figure, but well over three times um, your monthly credit, basically. So you must be able to, for instance, if your loan repayment is, let's say, if your loan repayment is 200,000 a month, you must be making three times over that a month to service that kind of loan. So basically, the money that should be coming to your account should be 600,000 or over to access a loan that your repayment will be 200,000. So whatever you can just put two and two together, whatever your loan repayment should be, whatever your loan application repayment should be, you must be making at least three times that a month by your calculations of your bank statement. That is like a summary of what it looks like.
So we have another question from Mohammed, and he's asking, is the loan interest based or not?
Yes, loan is interest based. It's a 9% and flat annum, 9% per annum flat rate, basically. So, for instance, if you take a micro enterprise loan of 500,000, you are paying back 545,000, thereabouts, yes, after 12 months. If you want to know your monthly repayment, you do 545,000 divided by 12. Now, whatever you get is your monthly repayment. So, yes.
So I have another question from Oyiminu Rachel. She's asking, what about guarantors?
Okay,
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
So
So
when
when
your loan is
your loan
approved,
is
when your application is approved, you will be required. Okay, during the application process, when you apply, if you're applying by yourself on a phone, you might need to, after you apply and you get a mail of your loan approval, you might need to visit our office to pick up an MOA, a Memorandum of Acceptance form, where you need to fill it. And there's another page that your guarantor needs to fill. Well, you now scan it and upload it, or you return it back to the officer you collect it from, and they will scan it and upload it on your behalf. Yes, every loan needs a guarantor. The micro enterprise startup loan needs one guarantor. The micro enterprise startup loan, micro enterprise normal loan, 500,000 naira loan needs one guarantor, and the last one, the SME loan, needs two guarantors. So yes, our loans need at least one guarantor. So you must have a guarantor for the loan application. If you apply from the local government, during the application process, you'll be asked to fill the MOA. This is to speed up the process and the TAT, like someone asked before. So to avoid us reaching out to you and saying, come back to fill an MOA after approval, you can just fill it there and then on the spot, or you can take it home with you and go and give it to your guarantor, the other page that is required for your guarantor to fill. And when you fill it, you bring it back, or you can scan it to us and upload it, and we'll process your disbursement. So yes, all loans need a guarantor. SME needs two, all the others need one.
So thank you for that. So we have another question. Okay, I think that has been answered. What is the loan interest? And I think while the session was going on, we had earlier stated that the loan interest is 9% per annum. So I think that answers your question. Another question says, is there any moratorium period for this loan? What's the repayment tenor for this loan? And please, just before he answers that, so for those that are dropping their questions in the chat box, please, it's very important that you please drop your questions in the Q&A box so we don't miss out on it in the chat box. Thank you. Please, Lulu, you can please go ahead and answer.
Yes, so for the SME and micro enterprise loans, there's no moratorium period. So you start paying your loan on the anniversary of your disbursement. So for instance, if you are disbursed on the 1st of January 2026, your first repayment is on the 1st of February 2026. The only loan that can come with moratorium and usually is 1 month is a startup loan. And it's because we know you are just starting up a business after your training and you really haven't found your feet. So we're trying to give you some time to do that. But it's not more than a month. So for instance, if you take a MES loan, a micro enterprise startup loan, and you're disbursed on the 1st of January, you start paying on the 1st of March instead of 1st of February.
So thank you for that, Lulu. We have another question that says, please, can you state the requirements for the SME loan?
Okay, yes. So can you just look at your screen? I'm trying to share my screen again. So if you can see my screen, the SME requirements are on the far right. And basically, it's a passport photograph, a means of identification, government issued ID card, which is NIN, voters card, driver's license, or international passport. Any of them would do. A copy of your LASRA card or slip. The LASRA slip, the paper you get when you initially apply. Evidence of LIS tax registration or receipt. CAC documents that show that you've registered your business for over a year. And 6 months bank statements, which is usually sent by your bank once you input your card details. If not, you have to upload it manually. So you might need to download an e-statement, then upload it manually. But otherwise, you just need to input your card details and your statement comes in automatically. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. I have another question for from Tijani Mohammed, and it says, "Hello. Sometimes last year, I'm guessing that's what the person meant. The person said he applied for 5 million and it was approved. He keeps checking his dashboard till end of last year, but he didn't hear anything.
Okay, so those were the kind of situations I mentioned earlier. We need people like that to send in your details along with those complaints or inquiries. And after this masterclass, we'll check it and reach out to you personally to give you feedback. Also, check your mails because we send mails every now and then. So you might and check your spam mail as well. But either way, we will respond after this master.
So thank you so much, Lulu. So we have another question So someone who is a resident of Lagos but has his business out of Lagos, can this person apply? So the person is asking, someone who is a resident of Lagos but has his business out of Lagos, can the person apply?
No, so that person cannot apply. This loan basically is funded by taxpayers' money, right? And we need everybody to be resident and the business must also be in Lagos State. So those are the two most important criteria. You must be a resident of Lagos State and the business must also be operating in Lagos State. Anyone that is not that doesn't meet any of these requirements does not qualify basically.
Thank you, Lulu. So I have another question here, and it says, I have applied for a loan of 500,000 since last year, August, and the remark is still under review. Even conditions and terms of the loan has been sent to me since last year. Okay, so just like Ololwa said earlier, please kindly drop your details in the chat box. This is the reason why I said for those that have questions, drop it in the Q&A box. Those that want inquiries, you could directly send them a message in the chat box. So you could directly send to the panelists in the chat box and we can pick up your details from there so that we'll be getting back to you with a feedback. Thank you. So I have another question here and it says, is my personal bank statement acceptable? Because that's what I've been using for my business.
Yes, your personal bank statement is acceptable. Usually for SMEs, we want your business or your corporate statement, but now we're accepting personal, so yes, you can use it.
Thank you for that. We have another question from Ramat. She's asking, is there a sector LSETF supports as against others? I requested for a loan of 4.5, but was offered 450,000. I declined because the money was not enough. Now we need a loan to finish paying for accommodation for our staff students. Do you support that?
So,
So I need to understand that question. I think
what I'm getting from that,
whether we
so
support some sectors as against some others, right? Well, as far as I know, as long as the business is legal or legitimate, we support all sectors. We have a wide range of sectors. We go from ICT to education, trading, fashion and beauty, agriculture, services, transportation, ICT. So basically, every sector, as long as it's legal, can apply. And in your case, if you can also share your details so we can find out, or check your mailbox, say you share your details as well so we can find out wherever the hold up is and revert as soon as we can.
Okay, I think just to clarify that question, I think she's asking, so apparently she applied for 4.5, but she was offered 450, but she felt that that could not cover what they wanted the amount to cover. So she declined the offer. Now she's saying that they need a loan to finish paying for their accommodation, the accommodation of their staff and their students. So they're asking if we support that. Hence why she started with, is there a sector the LSETF supports?
Yes, you can apply. Yeah, just you can apply for the loan. We support that as well. As long as the staff and they work for your business. So yes, you can apply for it and you qualify for it.
I have another question here from Teresa. And she's asking, I have been applying so many times and my loans rejected, reason not genuine. My credit has been verified by other banks. So, Teresa, to help with this, please can you share your details with us so that we can give you proper feedback as to why you were denied? So, for those that probably, because I can see that some people are still dropping their questions in the chat box. So please, I would like to call out this customer care number. You can reach out to that customer care number on WhatsApp with your details and with your inquiries. and we'll get back to you. So the number is 081 7777 0874. I repeat, 081 7777 0874. So I'll be dropping, okay, that has already been dropped in the chat box. So for those that will be interested in, thank you so much, Oluwakayode. So for those that are interested in, you want to get feedback on your loan, so please, you can send a message to that number on WhatsApp and you would be attended to. So please do drop your details to that number on WhatsApp so that we'll get back to you with whatever inquiries that you might have as to probably why your loans were denied, or as to what the update on your loan is. And Olaoluwa will be getting back to you. Thank you. So I have another question here from Kolade, and he's saying he wants to try to apply, and the highest amount was 200,000 at the time. Why was it like that? He was expecting 1 million.
Yes, so it depends on when you try to apply. We suspend the loan applications for the Yuletide, well, the Christmas and basically the New Year period. So if you try during that period or during this time, you should probably will only find the small loans. We have partnerships with some local governments. So another reason why we're having this masterclass is because we're opening the loan portal, the application portal on Monday, February 9th. Yes, Monday, February 9th. So we're just basically informing you of all the requirements you need before we open the portal so you can be ready for those who are interested in applying. So all the loans, the 5 million naira, the 1 million you are looking for, the ME and the MES will all be available. No, the ME and the MES will all be available on Monday, February 9th. The SME loan, we will share a date when that will be available very, very soon, but not on the same day. So we'll share a date with everyone on when exactly that one will open. But the first two loans, MES and M, will be available on Monday, February 9th.
Thank you so much, Ololu. So I have another question from Olarinwa, and the question says, can someone who operates his or her business from home apply?
Yes, absolutely. You can apply. There are people who have Instagram business, online businesses and don't have a physical office. We'll still do our reach out and KYC, but yes, you can apply as long as the business is operating in Lagos State, yes.
So someone is asking, can I apply for a loan using FIRS? Can I apply for a loan using FIRS?
I think I need some clarity with that question. Are you saying FIRS as a tax document? Because if that's what you're saying, you still need LIRS. You need LIRS, Lagos Inland Revenue Service Taxpayer ID. So you need that one regardless. So that's the most important. So either way, you need to get that.
So I have another question here from Dayo. I'm asking, what is the loan limit? I'm not a startup and I've never taken your loan before. I need details on how to apply.
So the details are there already. Before we leave, we'll share the website where you can apply from, or you can visit any of the local governments. We have an office in every local government and about 7 LCDAs. So the local government closest to you, you can walk in there and ask for the LSETF loan office. There are officers on ground there to assist you with the application process, absolutely free. You just need to take the requirements. The requirements I shared earlier: LASTRA, government issued ID card, evidence of tax payment or tax ID, and passport photograph and a valid debit card. You can apply by yourself by visiting the site apply.lsetf.ng or loans.lsetf.ng. We'll share that in the chat box here later on before we round up. But yes, you can apply by yourself. But if you're having any difficulty in applying or uploading any of
Okay, I can loans.lsetf So for those who are interested in applying for our loan, we have the loans.lsetf.ng. So you can apply for our loans using that link. Um, so I have another question here, and it says, what rates are applied to early loan payouts? Okay, to sim, our facilitator is having a technical issue. He'll be joining us back shortly. So while we wait for our facilitator to rejoin the session, for those that have questions, please, you can drop them in the Q&A. So I would also try to look at those that are joining us online to see if we have questions from them also, so that they would not be left out from this Q&A session. So Bolukwe, I can see that you're asking what rates are applied to early loan payouts. So our loan interest rate is 9% per annum. So that applies to the loan overall. And then I can see you're asking at the other programs for higher loan amounts. The highest loan amount that we have on offer is the 5 million naira loan. So that's the highest you can get from us when you're applying for our loan. Hence why it falls under our SME category of loan. So I hope I've been able to answer your question. So for Lashade, if you're asking for the link to reapply, so if you've applied before for a loan and probably you were denied, you can easily go back to your dashboard via the link that your login details, and then reapply for the loan. But if you're applying afresh, the link has been dropped in the chat box, which is loans.lsetf.ng. Click on this, come Monday morning, come any moment from Monday to apply for our ME and MES loan. But for our SME loans, we will ensure to communicate the date for portal opening to everyone once that it is made available. But you can also follow us on all our social media platforms. Like I said, we are at Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, LSETF, on all social media platforms. We're on X, we're on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook. So please follow us on all of the social media platforms. Turn on your post notification now. The reason for this is so that you don't miss out on whatsoever it is that's been posted that would be beneficial to you. So thank you. We're still waiting for our facilitator to come right in, but um so I can see Ayabami is asking, is there a possibility to apply for over 5 million? So as soon as our facilitator is on, he will be answering that. I have, so for the person asking that he or she applied and was declined, and is asking if they can start afresh again. Yes, you can. Please walk into any local government close to you. walk into any local government close to you, and our colleagues at the local government will be on hand, on ground to attend to you and to, assist you with your loan application. So you can walk into any local government close to you and they'll be there to attend to you. So so I've shared the application link, but I'll drop it again in the chat box for those that probably missed out on it. So this is loans.lsetf.ng. So it has been dropped again in the chat box. Loans, that is LOANS dot LSETF. L for lion, S for shoe, E for egg, T for table, F for fish.ng. So for those that would like to apply for our loans, that is the link to apply. And it has been dropped again in the chat box. So I mentioned before, I can see someone asking what's the maximum amount of loan that a business can apply for. That is 5 million naira. So if your business is registered, you have your CAC, you can apply for our SME loan, which is from 501,000 to 5 million naira. So that is the highest you can apply for now. Okay, so I can see our facilitator is back. So I have a question here that says that so Ibrahim Balogun, I really need you to please clarify your question so that it can be attended to. Please do clarify your question and that will be attended to. So Olawale Salaudin, apologies, you're saying your question has not been addressed. Please, can you let us know what the question is, please? So there's a question here that says, is there a possibility to apply for over 5 million if you pay regularly?
At the moment, no. There's no possibility, but in the future there might be, but at the moment, no. The cap is 5 million for all loans.
So I have a question here that's saying, I'm asking if the loan is payable or an outright grant. What's the loan limit for a startup?
So it's not a grant, it's a loan, and it's supposed to be paid back. And the limit is not the limit for startups are 250,000 naira. I say again, 250,000 naira, and it's not a grant, it's a loan.
So just like Olalua said, it's the loan and it is to be paid back. So that is why once you get the loan, your repayment plan will also be shared with you. So you know when your due date is. So Lulu, I have a question here, and it says that is SME Femi Oyefeso is saying that his SME was granted a loan. However, he has a registered limited liability company with his wife and is asking, can they apply? Yes. Even while on that SME loan?
Currently paying back an SME loan?
Yes.
No, so you have to be done with your repayments for the first loan. And yes, yourself and your wife can apply with that one you've registered, but you have to have been done with your existing loan. So yes, you can't apply at the moment.
Okay, Teresa, I can see you're saying you haven't been able to apply for the loan. You keep getting a negative response. So just like Olaoluwa stated earlier, please do ensure that your credit history is not affected. Your credit is not affected, and if you if you um have probably borrowed money from any of this financial institution, ensure and you've repaid back, do ensure that your name has also been cleared with the credit bureau, just like you said. So please, you can try reapplying for a loan, and, and please go to any local government close to you with all of your documentations, and you'll be applied for. Thank you. Um, so I have a question here that says, my 500,000 loan has been on pending since 19 months, all documents properly submitted.
So in that case, you need to log in and check again. Any loan that is pending, any application that is pending means it hasn't been successfully submitted. So there must have been a challenge you had faced when you were putting in the application. So if you are not, if you did it by yourself and you're unable to complete, you can go to the local government and ask them to log in on your behalf and complete the application. See that it is submitted successfully. We can process it. But as long as it's pending, that means it hasn't gotten to us fully.
So I have a question here that says, could a loan application be denied because of bad credit score?
Absolutely. That is the major reason why most of them are declined. Bad credit score.
So Ismaila is asking, do I fall under SME if I upgrade my business registration from enterprise to
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Both ways, you fall under SN as long as you register the CAC.
as the requesting for the slides? Please be on the lookout. The slides will be shared with you by your email. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending today's session. I want to believe that all our questions have been attended to at today's session. I can see one question, and it says, so I have a question here, and it says, in some quarters, it is believed that a little loan default, um, such as borrowing MTN credit or 1K on PAMPay, can affect credit score, hence affecting your loan application. How true is this?
Yes, it is very true.
Net, and they might you might be reported if you're your O cash and OP and stuff like that. So if you ever fall into those categories, you might need to find out the parent company and get the letter of non-indebtedness from that company to get approval from us. If you don't, and your name is still listed on credit bureau, you won't qualify for the loan.
Okay, someone is asking, how do they address the loan defaults or check their credit reports?
So that's like a paid service. So banks and financial institutions usually pay for that service, but if you as an individual, there's a site called First Central, where you can Google it. Just log on to it and Google it. Everybody has one chance or one opportunity to input their BVN details and get a free credit report or free credit check. So if you are able to browse, just Google First Central, go to their site, enter your details and your BVN details and all, download a credit report for you and show you where you stand, basically.
So the final question I have here is I applied for a loan sometime in 2024 of 5 million. I did everything required and at the end I only got 300,000. What could be the cost for this? And what can I do right to get the exact amount I requested for? My bank statements were reading from 15 million upward as of then.
So I think a lot of factors can affect that. I might need to check your own personally, but a lot of factors can affect that. Your bank statement might affect that. Total credit and total input and output might affect that. The local government you applied for might affect it. The sector might affect it. A lot of things are put into consideration when they are analyzing and approving these loans or these requests. It might be a peculiar case. I can't speak to whatever is the case concerning yours, but there's about 4 or 5 reasons why your loan amount might have been reduced. Affordability is also loan affordability is also a factor. So if I have your details, I might be able to check on why your own was reduced, but I can't give you a blanket reason for that.
Okay, please can you mention the sites that you said they could search for on Google so that they can, like I see someone is asking in the chat box.
You mean for credit check?
Yes.
Yes, First Central. So those I can't say the full website, I don't know, but just Google first, as in spell it out, FIRST Central. I'll type credit after and Google it. You see the site will pop up and you can enter it and enter your details and it will show you your credit stuff. However, everybody can only check once. Next time you're trying to check, I think they try and charge you. So you only have one chance.
Okay, so so Dio, you're saying you can't hear us. Please, can any other person confirm if they can hear us, please? Thank you, Rock. So for Dio, he's saying First Central. That is first, FIRST Central, CENTRAL. Credits. So type that on Google and then you get the website to check your credit score. However, the caveat there is you can only check once for free. You probably might be charged for subsequent checks. So I hope that answers your question. So thank you so much, everyone, for attending today's session. We really appreciate getting your feedback. And also, we also hope that we've been able to, answer all of your questions. Trust fund. It was a pleasure having you all on this session, and I hope you'll be able to go on our website to apply for our loan programs starting Monday, February 9th, 2026. And for those that are interested in our Access to Market program, also starting on the 9th of February 2026 at Unilag, please go to our social media platform, click on the link and apply for our Access to Market opportunity. So thank you so much, everyone, and do enjoy the rest of your day. And also for women in businesses that would be interested, we'll be for our survey. It will be dropped in your mailbox. So please kindly give us the feedback on this particular